James Mathers for the Digital Cinema Society at NAB 2025. I'm here with Dan Hammond at the J.L. Fisher booth, and J.L. Fisher is a company it's a standard of the industry, and I believe it's been around for almost 75 years. Can you tell us a little bit about the heritage?
Yeah, that's correct. Next year we'll be celebrating the 75th year of J.L. Fisher. The company started, James Fisher Sr. started the company in his garage 75 years ago. He was working in the sound department at Republic Studios at the time, and he was working with microphone boom arms that were, heavy and a little noisy, and he came up with the concept and the idea of creating these little upgrade kits in his garage that would help keep the microphone boom arms quiet, and he started selling those upgrade kits to all the microphone boom operators throughout the various studios. And then, a little bit later on, it came up that maybe he should develop his own microphone boom arm. And so he then engineered his own microphone boom arm, and then, in the early 50s, that's when he came out with his new J.L. Fisher microphone boom arm. And because he had been taking those upgrade kits and around, people were, knew him and knew that he was providing quality product. He had already done most of that marketing at that particular time, and people started gravitating towards, his microphone boom arm.
And cameras came after, huh? I didn't know that.
Yeah. The camera dollies came after that. So the microphone boom arms were in the 50s, and then after people were accustomed to his microphone boom arms, somebody said to him, "Hey, did you ever think about doing a camera dolly?" And so in the 60s, 1962, 63, is when he came out with the Model 8 microphone, the camera dolly, and. It started kind of taking off from there. And then, we started doing more upgrades and new developments in the camera dollies.
And you're still innovating. What are some of the new things that you're offering?
Well, we're continually listening to the end user. They're bringing us their ideas of how to improve the systems, because they're the ones that are using it. So we have new track guide wheels that we have incorporated into the existing fleet. These are the new Blue Guide track guide systems. The original systems that were developed were made for square dolly track, which most people don't use square dolly track anymore, so it made it very difficult to deploy the track guide wheels. So these have been made so that they're ease of installing, and they're in place to keep the dolly wheels onto the dolly track, so it doesn't slip off. And we're starting to send those out so that they can be installed. We also have a new rotating offset, 24-inch rotating offset. So we have the various plug holes for accessories. Some of them are threaded, some of them are have a wider opening depending on the size of accessories that you have. If you have a light pin that maybe perhaps you want to install. So this particular configuration is you have a 3-inch riser that is underslung. So if you were to put your camera in underslung configuration, you could do that, or we could take this 3-inch offset or riser and we could mount it up onto the top. What we have been seeing over the last few years is that people are putting heavier equipment on the end of the beam arms. Remote heads, of course, 65 millimeter camera systems, things of that nature. So the rotating offset that we originally developed was not as robust as this particular one that's been refined. So this one will help to reduce the sag, that if you were to put the heavy camera on the end, and maybe it's perhaps on the remote head, then you're going to get a lot of sag that's going to take place on this rotating offset. This is a much thicker developed engineered piece of material, and there's a lot of offset, or not offsets, but cheese, like a cheese plate almost, right? So there's some threaded points, and there's some other holes that you could mount accessories and whatnot to the plate. Now, again, that was from users asking us, hey, how can I mount an accessory to the rotating offset? So this has been really, really well accepted. These are just starting to come out, but people are asking for them on the regular.
It's good that you're keeping up the tradition and keep on innovating. Thank you, Dan.
You're very welcome.